Hey everybody, my name is Jason. I'm back here at Cerro Gordo with Brent and Dan Hurd. Well, Brent's convinced me again to go down into his silver mine.
All right.
We're doing it, huh? We're gonna go look for gold today.
Today we're looking for gold, and I have good faith. You know, we have some good documents, we have some good leads. Hopefully this rope isn't necessary, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Absolutely. I don't like ropes either, so hopefully we don't need it. And we got Dan looking on the surface today. Brent and I are going underground, and I hope we can find some gold. We're up in the hoist house again. We're chasing the stories from the old newspapers back in the 1870s that talk about gold being discovered in the dumps of the Union Mine. And they found some really rich gold ore down in the Jefferson chimney that they took out a bunch of gold. We're talking like thousands of ounces of gold. There's reports of nuggets being found up to 13 ounces, multi-ounce nuggets. Seems like there were many, many found in this super rusty brown quartz. The reason they didn't see them is because this quartz was so rusty and so oxidized that they didn't see the gold in it, and they really discovered it by accident. So that's what we're gonna go down today and look for, and it's just shocking to me that if the numbers they're talking about in the newspapers are correct, they pulled thousands and thousands of ounces of gold out of Cerro Gordo, but it's not really documented as this big strike. We got Steve going over to the hoist. We got Gene's gonna watch us go down. Brent, I hate this thing.
I feel like half my life is spent in this cage.
Oh.
Like a true miner.
Riding it up and down.
Yeah. Well, we now got power. See over there, that's a little sneak peek. That is power and internet.
Oh, that goes down the hole.
All the way to, oh, actually, sorry.
Oh, you want to turn the power on?
Yeah.
Get out of the way. And now we have power.
Yep.
Power down the Union Mine.
Lights are on.
The lights are on. That goes all the way to the 900.
Yeah.
The string light.
Yeah. Oh no, that's like, the string light always are down there, but now we have like, we have outlets down there and everything.
You have outlets?
Yeah, outlets and everything.
You can make coffee down there now?
We can make coffee, charge cameras.
Awesome.
Do it all.
We're going?
We're going.
Okay.
Hands clear, gentlemen?
Wish me luck.
Yep.
Okay.
We are ready to go down. Okay, is Brent's radio working?
This is Brent Radio is working. Let's head down. All right. Take care of the cats.
This is by far my least favorite part of visiting you.
Yeah. If you peek over that ledge, it's probably less enjoyable too.
Yeah.
You can see the ropes. If you really want to find that rope now goes 900 feet down.
Wow. And there's the ladder. This is our emergency escape way, huh?
Yes. If things go right. Wrong.
Cable steady, looking good.
Well, we only have to go down 86 feet. Yeah.
It's easy today.
Yeah, easy. Not the 400 we usually go down.
Trip.
It goes down 900 feet.
900 feet.
900 feet, straight down. And the lights at the 86?
Yep.
Oh, we're right there.
So I'm saying easy, quick
It's like,
trip.
yeah, 2 minutes.
Quick trip.
We only have to risk our life for 2 minutes today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, each way, I guess, so 4
Each
minutes
way.
total.
I remember the first time we ever used the hoist, we went to the 86th level, and it felt like going to the moon or something, you know? It just felt like, because nobody had been down here in forever,
Yeah.
and just stepping off, it just felt like a whole new world. And now it's like, oh, it's nothing, you know?
Yeah,
It's going
yeah.
900 feet down. Because 900 feet, I mean, that's 10 times further. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah, I remember the first time I
Cable
climbed.
is steady and we are looking good.
I remember the first time I climbed a ladder in a mine.
Yeah.
We went 90 feet, and it felt like it was an hour and a half to climb it when it was really probably 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so different down here, especially the first time.
We made a couple upgrades, like I said, for power and our internet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, well, it's just for better communication, and the power is just charging things, running power cords if we need to.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about setting up like
Yeah, base camp.
base camp down here.
900.
Yeah, we're here already.
You haven't been to the 86, right?
I have not. Okay. No, 400 is my only level.
On the money.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right, lock it down. We'll see you in 2 hours.
All right, you're locked in. See you in 2 hours.
Done. And here we are. Welcome to the 86. Once upon a time called the Buena Vista Tunnel.
The Buena Vista. We've arrived at the 86. This is the oldest of the levels because as they went down, this was the first one they started. And we've got a little bit of a trek to go today. We got a whole rabbit warren to get through.
Yeah, we're going to the Jefferson chimney, which is where all the ore body was. But to get there, we have to go beyond a collapse, which I know what the collapse is like. Jason does not. So
yeah, I think the term you used was it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The right way to describe it.
Yeah.
We can take a shortcut. We'll actually go over here.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Here we go. So this might be helpful for you too. So like, there's the Jefferson chimney.
Okay.
So see, it's going from above the collar all the way down, almost to the 1100, and then that was the Union chimney, the one that I showed you that's collapsed. And so the 86 is also called the Buena Vista because that was one of the original ways that they got into it was through this Buena Vista tunnel.
Okay.
And then the thing that I read, I'll pull it out. Number 1 is 90 feet from the surface, known as the Buena Vista Tunnel. So that's that.
Okay.
And it says, from which large quantities of high-grade ore have been mined, but from the Bullion to the Jefferson in the south, a distance of 1,200 feet. It was on this level at the Jefferson ore chute where a gold deposit was found, amounting over $200,000 in specimens alone. At this level was caved near the Jefferson chute. No effort has been made to develop the gold vein. It is contemplated that when the next level below is continued on the Jefferson ore chute, an effort will be made to find it.
Okay.
So that is where it was, essentially.
So
Buena Vista and Jefferson.
They found a ton of gold right here.
Yes.
And then they were going to come down a level, come up underneath, and try and mine up on it. But it got caved up here somehow.
Correct.
And this is the surface workings
This is
map.
just, oh yeah, this one's
So
very
it's
helpful.
like so this is the Jefferson
hand
still,
drawn.
Yeah.
and this is the 86, I think. The shaft. There it is. There's the shaft.
There's the and this
That's
is the
where
Jefferson
it comes
here.
down, and that's the Jefferson still.
And so our plan today is to get down to the shaft and work our way all the way through here
Yeah.
to the Jefferson.
It's collapsed around right here.
Okay.
And then we're going to go up and over and then over. And then we'll walk through here. There's dynamite here. Then we'll get to here.
There's just dynamite there. Yeah, no big
And
deal.
then that purple stuff is like right here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be right above you.
Yeah, right above us.
I'll do lots of hard stomping.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Throw rocks down the
And
hole.
this is another view on it that might be helpful. So like this shows like this is the Jefferson chimney here. And so this is the Buena Vista, which is also the 86. And so the shaft comes down here.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll be going over here, collapses again right around here. If anything looks like gold, let me know.
Okay. I'll give a holler.
When you're mentioning if they were just transport, mostly, but then you have stuff like that rabbit hole goes up maybe like 100 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just following whatever they were following.
Whatever they were doing, yeah. And over here. Yeah,
A lot more timber on this level.
yeah. It's just this one section, it seems that they might have issues with. This one goes away.
This is what we need to do in the Omega. Get the timbering going.
Here's a nice stack of rock there. There we go. We got a little friend here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, cool. Wow,
Holy cow, there's a lot
a lot of bats in here for the winter.
in here.
How'd they make it all the way down here? Don't wake them up.
Yeah, they're all over the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, just little rabbit warrens that go
Yeah, see, there's kind of like
everywhere.
scurrying everywhere.
Looks like they were following this little seam right here. Following it up, see if it developed into anything. So this must be, was this the Buena Vista access?
That would have been the Buena Vista access, yeah.
So that used to go all the way out,
Correct.
and then they covered it with a dump.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't need it anymore.
And then
That's cool.
we are headed.
Just holes and
Yeah, it goes down like 60 feet.
rat holes. And you've been all over this, I'm assuming.
Every little bit.
Every little nook.
Look at this. This is like the iron roof.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were talking about. Like that would be. And see, there's this little slip here, this little fault, and this may be the trace of the Union and the Jefferson. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking they're in line with each other along strike,
Okay.
and so they may be like two huge pods
Yeah.
within this fault zone or within this area,
Right.
and so the miners were just following the trace of the vein, and it's real lensy. So this is like a little lens, but
Right.
that's exactly what they were talking about in the prospectus and newspaper articles, is that super brown,
Yeah.
rusty quartz, and no one could see the gold in it because it was so rusty.
Should we chip some of that off later?
Yeah, let's remember this spot
Yeah.
because that is exactly what they were doing. And then and then right here they followed it up and chasing it around. I'm really curious to learn more. Yeah, it goes up all over there. I'm really curious to learn more about like gold and silver deposits,
Yeah.
because typically, I mean, the silver, my understanding is the silver can replace the lead
Okay.
in the galena lattice. So
Right.
as it's crystallizing out, you can get the silver replace the lead, but the gold won't do that.
Okay.
And so typically the gold is the last thing to fall out of solution as these fluids are cooling.
Okay.
And so that's where the galena was in place. It was getting deposited and making these huge pods. And then like the gold was like the last little thing to squeeze out in these little iron rusty pockets.
Do you think that because this looks like it was kind of intentional, right? Like they took out a lot of this.
Absolutely.
Do you
Yeah.
think they were taking out that iron material or galena?
Yeah. I don't know if it was galena, because that's not really what you see the galena in.
No.
It's not in that rusty stuff. But it's definitely like a structure that you'd get excited if you were a miner.
Right, they were seem to be following this thing up too.
Yeah, absolutely. But this would be a good spot to come back and
Some out of the way back.
check out. Yeah.
Well, not too far a journey to where we're going,
Okay.
because I know what we're getting into. We don't quite know.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm just
This is nice.
blindly following you.
So this is fresh. This just fell from the ceiling.
Oh,
Because otherwise I would have stepped on it and put footprints on it. So
yeah. So that's like a perfect example of this little slip or this fault.
yeah.
And all these, you call these slicken sides. So it's where the rock has rubbed against each other and made these like scratches in the rock. But these are some beautiful slicken sides in the kind of the clay gouge on the fault. But this is, oh yeah, and right up there, bats everywhere in here. But this is where like it's the same structure that the rusty stuff was in,
Right.
but it's just pinched down to just a trace in the fault. And they kept following it. Let's go. Yeah, here's a nice rusty pocket. This is unusual, the bats.
I've never seen so many bats in one cave. Look, there's like to our left or our right above us.
Yeah.
I'm fine until they start moving. I don't really like it when they...
Yeah, I've been in a few spots where there's bats flying around. It's not my favorite thing.
All right, well, here is our situation.
Oh boy.
The head collapsed, and that's where we have to go up.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
so-
not bad.
Yeah. I wanted to oversell it because, anyways, so you can see like the first time this was more curved up, and so I couldn't tell that there was anything up there.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a collapse and I had to turn around. But then when I got to the other side, I went up and over and I realized I was up there. So after I pushed around some rock, I was able to come down here.
Okay.
So once we go up and over this, it then leads, the tunnel continues. We get to the Jefferson chimney maybe in like 100 more yards. So it's pretty close.
Okay, cool.
I just need to hoist myself onto this without it flipping up. Go like this.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Teeter totter. And I can stand on the end after I get up here.
Okay.
And it looks like that same iron fault or veins going right through here. Like even, I'm gonna throw you down something.
Okay. Yeah, like that's the stuff they were talking about in the article is that rusty. It's quartz. Like there's definitely quartz there.
Yeah.
That super rusty quartz was where the gold was.
There's so much. There's a big pocket right here as you're coming up.
Okay. We can, yeah. We can grab some of that.
Yeah, on my back. But let me get out of the way.
It's a good thing we're both skinny guys.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is a huge rock. If this rock falls, we have a big problem. This rock is very big.
Okay.
If you want, I'll like keep my feet on the end of this.
Okay.
And then,
All right. Now it's my turn.
or it looks the other. No, that's not a good idea. Yeah, I think the way I went, because you could try to we could try to move these and just put the ladder up to here.
Oh yeah.
But there's that massive rock right there.
Yeah. I think I can hop up there where you did.
Yep.
All right. All right. I made it up. I gotta go through this little hole. And follow Brent. Oh.
So now we're basically just like on the collapse that collapsed that tunnel.
Oh. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't try and film myself coming up through these holes.
Well, luckily once we slide down this pumping side right here, the shaft is pretty good again.
Okay. Oh
For a
yeah.
while.
That's not too bad.
You can imagine my excitement the first time I discovered this, just wandering around. I was like, this is awesome.
So did you discover this the first time from the Jefferson chimney side?
I came through the 86 many times. I couldn't understand that there was anything above that
Uh-huh.
because it was still more rock. I pushed some rock out to get to this point. But then I came to from the Jefferson to this, and I went up and over. Then I was like, oh, if I push through there, and that's when it all kind of clicked.
I see. This is just a really nasty little fault zone here. The rock's all broken up and brecciated, and no wonder it collapsed here. I hope it doesn't do it more while we're down here. Okay. There. That wasn't too bad.
From here on out, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It is serious timbering in here.
Yeah.
See, there's another fault here then, the smooth rock.
Yeah, probably. I think they followed the fault all the way.
Yeah.
That's probably how they followed it right to the Jefferson chimney. What if they came down the chimney?
Jefferson. There's so many bats. Look, there's like
They're everywhere.
4 right here. I've never seen that many.
They're all sleeping. It's not quite tall enough to stand up in here. Just a little bit too low. And this was all done by hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the left side. You're basically there.
Hug the left side, he says. Because this is the Jefferson chimney. Holy cow.
Look down. I'm on a false floor, which is also sketchy.
You're on a false floor, okay.
Down that way.
But that, you roped down this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And it came out right here.
Oh, man.
And if you look down, there's another piece.
I don't want to look down. Oh, yeah. So that's where it caved right there?
About 110 feet more down.
Wow.
But they said it was on the one. So across here, so I'm not like, see, they're definitely doing something across it. I don't know how I'll get to.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
So like, I don't even know how they were doing that working then, because once the track was going to cross this, which would seem preposterous because they couldn't have a bridge.
Right.
And so even these days, though, I don't know how I get there without, like I say, like go 5 feet, drill bolt, go 5 feet.
Right.
But so the ore would have gone all the way up. But this is around where they're talking about in the newspaper. So if there's any area where that, and you can see more of a really crazy little.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Somewhere in this vicinity is where the around where they're talking about that 200 would be.
This is like the craziest thing.
Yeah.
This is like Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, it's just and it goes. It's like 200 or 300 feet above us.
Of just open.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way to Dan.
All the way to Dan. So imagine just being on a rope going down that.
This is like what was it, like the Mines of Moria or whatever, where it's like it's just the craziest little rat holes. Yeah, this just boggles my mind. This is just insane to me. So, but this is where the red. That's where they found all that gold. $200,000 in specimens.
It could. They said it collapsed by, so it could mean that collapse is like 80 feet down or whatever.
Yep.
But I imagine it would be showing around here too.
Right, and it's just like I expect.
Like that. Did that
Yeah, like that. That looks pretty good. I expect that there's just a pod. There was like a pod somewhere on the margin of the ore body.
Yeah.
And that's where the gold like fell out. The chemistry was right, the temperature was right, the pressure, whatever.
So it's like a huge blob of gold.
Essentially, it was like the last of the fluids in the system, and it's like this is my happy spot. But yeah.
Careful here too,
because we don't have.
I put those on in the.
You put those. I'd love to know how this is timbered.
Yeah.
It's like these stalls just go off into nothing, so they must have a cross timber to where you're at. But what does that look like? And
Right. So I don't know if that was used as like some of
like a hoist tie off or something.
Like a ball that's crazy.
There's like a rope hanging there, and man, this is something else here. Let me get Dan's high-powered flashlight.
Oh yeah.
And see what that does for us. And while we're using Dan's fancy light, I think I'm working it right. And now we've got light. So this is, wow.
Yeah.
That's looking up, straight up. Look at those stalls, just
hanging
out.
Yeah.
And you roped down this.
Uh-huh.
So that was something.
That's something, yeah.
And then it goes down.
You can kind of see where the collapse is.
Like down to there. Yeah, yeah.
And that might have been what they're talking about.
And that's where the pocket of specimen gold was.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But that's what interests me. Like, there's like what was going on over there? How did they even get over there?
Yeah, how'd they get over to that area? And then, like, I don't see like much galena. Is there? Do you see any?
No, there's a bunch. When I went down there, there's a bunch on the floor. That could have been from anywhere along this.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Just falling down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like this is. You know, you can see on the wall. There's the trace of the slip or the vein, and then there must have been just like this huge lens of galena right in here.
To make it worth following all this out.
I've never even heard of a stope like this.
Yeah.
Like most stopes are like fairly organized. They leave a bunch of pillars. This is just like,
They're going for
this is just craziness. Yeah.
But because what I'm wondering is like, so let's assume this whole thing was filled with galena, right?
Okay.
How are they getting into the middle there?
Right.
You know?
Right.
How are they getting up 20 feet?
Well, and it doesn't, like from the look of it, if you were going to mine, I think it's called overhand stoping, which has come up from the bottom, you'd have all this infrastructure because you'd have timbers in there that you're standing off of, mining off of. It looks like this they mined straight down. And they just left a huge hole over their head with a few stalls where they thought it was, quote unquote dodgy. Yeah. But they just like mined straight down. Everything probably came up and out. And it's just this huge, like it's weird when you're underground, like I'm looking straight up and then I pan down and you kind of get, you lose your orientation or your balance a little bit.
Because it's hard to imagine that this was like just solid earth, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I just don't.
Yeah, this this was all carved out of solid rock. And they left the sparkly limestone and took all the galena. So, what are we gonna do?
Is anything looking, or is it rusty, or is it more like where we just came from? Look better.
Like that spot right there kind of looks like the rusty
Okay.
brown stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know about up here. That looks mostly like limestone. I wonder, there's no way to get like down from here other than ropes.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. We'll have to look around and find a good spot. Like honestly the best spot was that brown stuff we saw over by the
Up and
collapse.
over, yeah.
But I'm definitely more like this is where it was found, right?
Yeah.
They're just poking around looking.
This is also another shoot up.
Oh, up?
Yeah. Or down when they came down. But if you look up, it's really.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. So where does that go? Like does
There's like a tiny ledge in between this and that goes to that ledge.
Oh, wild.
They were doing something.
Okay, so probably what they did, I've actually heard about this where they'll do a shaft or a level
Yeah.
up like beside the deposit,
Okay.
and then there's probably like 3 or 4 different access points into the.
Yeah.
So they would mine down and then bring it. They develop this,
Yep.
and then as they mine down, they just bring it to each one of these little ledges and drop it down here.
Oh, then there's track probably like right here.
Right, and out to the skip. So that's probably what they did is they developed this and then just mined straight down.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Huh.
Cool. So I'll show you one other cool thing this way.
What does that say?
It says Jefferson diobase dike.
Oh, diabase dike, yeah.
It seems like they were trying to.
Looks like they moved it. They dug into it twice.
Yeah. This Jefferson chimney stope.
Okay. This is about where the purple stuff is.
Because
I roped in here, and then you can also rope in from over here. But so when we go left, we're gonna be hugging this left side, and then you go around it, and you're looking across. But so the little track would be over here.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So I think we can get to that.
Because it's where they have these. Steven, you remember what diabase is? Is it like this?
It's like a basalty thing.
Yeah, like more of a mafic dike.
Yeah, mafic
yep,
stuff.
Yep.
That's fine.
And so where you have this mafic dike come up, and the chemistry works with the limestone, and you might get some really cool minerals. That's why maybe you're seeing that fluorite over there.
Yeah, that's what.
So this is where the diabase dike was.
Correct. Yeah, that's what they're hitting at the very end.
Okay, so I wanna check that out too.
And then also over here is where all that purple rock is.
Oh yeah, the purple rock.
It's really cool. Yeah, how much cool chromatography.
Yeah, in the 30.
And so, starting here, you can see where I was doing my look how crazy this looks.
Oh yeah, it's just all purple.
Yeah, and I think it goes way further back. It's just dirty because like I chipped off a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's some
Yeah, it's
here.
there. And so, and it goes down to there. And then this whole wall is this purple stuff.
Yeah, we should work here a little bit. Another little seam. What's going on here? This is the diabase. This is that.
Okay.
So this is like a mafic dike that just like came up into the limestone, because this is limestone, this is diabase, and then this is limestone again. And we have a black light now. Whoa! Is it? I don't know if it's picking up on my camera. Are you getting it?
No, it's not picking up on mine.
Wow, it's wild. How do we get that on camera? It's just like what color is that? Actually, can you turn that on? You can almost see it better in the light.
Can you?
Yeah.
It's like a dark purple, isn't it?
It's like, yeah.
All right, let me turn back on that other light. Oh yeah, whoa.
Yeah, can you see it now glow?
That looks so cool.
Oh, and that's like more aqua colored almost.
Oh, this bit up here.
That doesn't seem to glow
Yeah.
like the other.
Does it hold it? You know
Oh,
what I mean?
like the Smithsonite?
Yeah. I wonder
Let's see, where was that spot? Okay. And then
I guess I got to turn my light off for that part. It does, or a little bit.
does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see if I can just turn it off. It's almost like the stuff down here was holding it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that kind of green afterglow. Get it charged up a little bit. And that's what the Smithsonite was doing.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, ready? Yeah.
Wow. We should take some of this out and get it back up top.
I just got a piece here. That's the big reveal. Oops, not ready. What do we got? Ooh.
A good one? Oh yeah, that looks
Look at that
really
dark
cool.
purple.
It looks like meat almost or something.
Yeah. That's so cool. Super deep, deep purple.
Yeah. I wonder, do you have the UV?
Oh
light
yeah,
in it?
yeah.
I wonder if this particular bit glows any different than the other ones.
I'll turn mine off.
Look at that.
Oh yeah,
Different colors.
it's like pink.
Whoa. And then, look at
Wow.
wonder why it's so many different colors. Like pink and orange, and wonder if that'll hold it like we were talking about, like one. It does for a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
There's a little flash of all sorts of colors on the ground too. See those?
Yeah. Little purple flecks. I don't know. I'm not a UV expert.
guy.
That's where Dan would
Dan
say
might
the
know.
oh yeah, the red's calcite and the purple's fluorite or something.
It's definitely a bunch of different colors.
Anything on this side? Yeah, it glows purple.
Crazy.
Will it pick up the color in the light if I just kind of
Yeah, it's still picking up pretty good.
Yeah, that's all glowy. And this is the red stuff?
Yeah, it's. Well,
That's weird. Well, I got it off of that spot right there. Oh yeah, look at that.
oh wow, that bit there.
It all glows purple. Your turn.
All right. On the ground. Anyway, I got a decent little haul going on. I wonder if I can get back in there. Is that where you are?
I got all the easy stuff. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. I like it. It's like it feels different too. Here it's like more like almost like a purple brisket or something. I think it's all over here too. I think all of this is it. You see like there's some in there.
Get over get that piece off.
Yeah, get over there. All this lower stuff is a little bit more like splintery.
Yeah, like that brisket marbled looking stuff.
Like that seems to be the harder stuff, but it's harder.
It's definitely got the more purple in it.
Yeah, like that. That's a really cool piece there.
We can try your little hammer drill if you want.
Just go around it or something.
Yeah. Or I don't know, keep knocking off the
Yeah. Who knows? It's almost like, see how it like kind of comes down here? I wonder if it kind of goes away there. What do you think? Do you think we should go find some gold?
Yeah, let's look for some gold.
I think we got a good sample of this. Take it back out.
Yep.
Dan will probably like that a lot.
Yep.
But remember, there's a race on to see if we can get much gold, and we're at 0 right now.
We're at 0. We haven't even started.
Find some gold.
Yeah, let's do it. Now we're going back up and over the collapse. Hopefully it's easier.
Depends on the day.
Okay. I'm not going to film this part so I can actually do it as safe as possible. Brent is working his way down the teeter-totter board. Now it's my turn. Ooh. I can barely fit.
Hello. That's the stuff you think?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to pick on it right here though.
Right. Kind of throw it down.
There was a huge lens of it not too far from here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go back.
All right.
I mean, we can always climb back up here if we want to.
Yep.
But that's the like dark brown. Yeah, that's like put that in your pocket or in your mouth or something.
All right. Crazy.
Let's see. Is that what do we got here?
It's really shiny.
Yeah, I think it's I think that's more limestoney stuff though. I don't know.
All depart and go down and then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good luck.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Let me grab your bag.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Can I just hand it down to you? There you go. All right, here I come. Yeah.
Easy.
Easy peasy. I made it. Yeah, this is the one I want.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Little area that's almost all like this type of rock. That maybe there was, and they scoped it out too. I can show you that.
Okay. Yeah, let's check that
They
out.
were
Because like they were definitely.
all on that there.
Yeah, they were definitely interested in this area and the rusty rock.
Yeah. There's kind of a room of rusty rock. It wasn't over there. I remember correct. There's a little bit, but there's another very interesting scope situation they had done.
Okay. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and see this, well, no, it's probably all still going out through the Buena Vista.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking this is the stuff that they would have been like on the dump in the 70s,
Yeah.
1870s that they were working. But I think the stuff they were reworking in the dump was from older probably, huh?
Yeah. Is this stuff the yellow ochre? They're talking about a different mine, but is that yellow ochre or whatever it's called?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think that's called limonite.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that,
No.
but I think it's like an iron, just like iron oxide essentially. Yeah, like there's some really good looking stuff around.
I wonder, like, I'm not mind or anything, but like, so at the narrowest part of this column that I left seems to be that band of yellow, right? So like, does that mean they're trying to get the most of that, or is that just how that rock happens to be?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that pillar doesn't. I don't even know why they left it. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
holding up
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But yeah, that could have been. They like chased the good all the way down to that pinch point. Have you been up in there?
Yeah. This is this. Up there, there's like a little bit bigger of a room.
Okay.
It's all kind of just like this. And heavy dust, you know? See how long
Yeah, it's all just dusted out. But it's like for me, here's like this. This is what I would think that yellow ochre stuff is.
Okay.
And I believe that's lead oxide.
Okay.
Like was this you chipping this?
No.
Because somebody was in here
Oh yeah, chipping that out.
chipping that out.
Maybe they're looking for that yellow ochre.
Maybe.
Because the other mine is the one that said that was the highest grade stuff, but that was the different mine
Okay.
over by the Belmont.
Okay. Because it doesn't make sense to me really that they would. I don't know, but like to mine for 10 years and not know you have gold just blows my mind.
Yeah, right.
Those are manganese dendrites or manganese fans. It's pretty cool. Those are good ones.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good ones. This is hot. Like this is really exciting. We should work on this a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because like all this looks like that red streak there is. That's good. I like that. Okay. This stuff too, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't. The problem is it doesn't look like quartz.
Yeah, that is like quartz.
No, it's just like.
The other thing to mention, and I don't know if this is, but like, we're combining two articles, right? So the article about the quartz, rusty quartz, was from 1875.
Okay.
And then the thing that talked about the Jefferson chimney was from 1910, but it doesn't mention the quartz anymore. You know, it just says gold. It doesn't say. So we're basically combining those articles, which it's probably the same minerals. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But those were two different articles that said those two different things, I guess.
So the gold specimens on the Jefferson were from 1910. That article was from 1910.
Yeah.
The 200,000.
Yeah, that was from 1910.
Oh, it was. Okay.
And then the 1871 was the free nuggets in the quartz in the dump.
In the dump. Right. Okay.
And so they could be the same. It could be quartz down here, but it could be not quartz down here, you know, because they didn't specify quartz in the 1910 article.
Yeah. Yep.
Just throwing it out there.
Well, yeah. I think let's get like the rustiest, reddest stuff we can find.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah. At this point, like let's super high grade, and then at the end we can just like load a bunch of rocks onto the hoist, even if we have to send it up without us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's somebody is chipping away at that or something, because like, why is there more red on the ground? Or is that just you?
No, that wasn't me. Yeah, you can see where people were chipping at it.
Yeah. It's just like clay.
Yeah, totally decomposed.
So there'd be gold in that, you think?
Maybe.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it certainly has the iron oxidation
Right.
that you look for.
Okay. That's really right up there.
Yeah, this is like really good looking stuff.
All right, let's get our camping bag. I don't think I brought a bucket either.
Oh, why would we?
Yeah, why?
Why would we need one of those?
We talked about bringing a bunch of buckets.
Yeah. Or we could have those guys send a couple down too.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know where I am, so I have to follow you.
Oh yeah.
To get out of here.
The back of that way is the main shaft.
Okay.
Backs and all that.
Yeah, don't disturb the bats.
So do you want to go to our bags, or do you want to go to the hoist?
Let's go to our bags, and we'll see if we can get some of that red stuff there.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the diversification idea. We'll just kind of get as much as we can from different places. All right, we found this spot right here that has a bunch of quartz in it. Really, really rusty. This is the first spot we found that has a bunch of quartz, so we're pretty excited about it. So Brent's going back to get a bucket and a bag. But this is the stuff this is the stuff the newspaper article talked about. So we're gonna get some of this stuff for sure. And hopefully we can get some gold out of it. Brent's working our seam here.
For those gold nuggets.
Yeah, just pull out the nuggets. You can leave the rest.
The rest.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get more than we bargained for there. Here's our stuff.
What is that? A little flake on my thumb.
Here?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gold. Oh, look at this one though.
Yeah, what is that?
It's not like metallic enough, I don't
Okay.
think.
Like pyrite or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get the, let me get a loop actually. That's pretty interesting there. So we're crawling up this little rat hole here. And I'm seeing some really good quartz on the walls. This goes up like 45 degrees or more. Okay, let's see if I can get up here and film at the same time. And like,
Oh, that?
yeah, this stuff.
Right.
This the quartzy stuff. This stuff right here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's get that. Yeah. See that?
Right.
That's good looking stuff.
Sweet. So maybe they're just following that up.
Yeah, it's just this. It's a little vein
Yeah.
of it, and they just followed it up. I might climb up there a little bit farther.
Yeah.
And just look. Do I really want to do that? Let me go see what I can see. Well, we've got a bucket of really good looking stuff.
Yep, I hear you.
We're going up, checking on Dan, get some lunch. I think we might be back down for more.
So yeah. Yep, we're in the cage. Yeah, I think there's some good other pockets to get. We're headed up.
Headed up.
A lot quicker than the 400.
Yes. We made it.
All right, stop.
Perfect, right on the money. Sweet.
Okay, we'll get unloaded. The second shift is going in. We're going back for more. I gotta ride my favorite skip down. I'll let you go first.
All right.
We're back.
Shift number 2.
We're ready to hit up this seam here. I think the plan is Brent's gonna go up this little rat hole right here.
Yep.
Get some bigger stuff, roll it down to me, get some fine stuff in the bucket. We've got buckets, we've got more buckets.
Oh, you brought your chisel? You have your chisel?
I got a chisel, yeah.
Cool. I'll just bring this rock hammer then. You have that other little bar thing, what was it called?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what I got in here. You want that?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. There he goes, bring back the gold.
Go and find some gold.
Well, my plan is I'm hoping I can talk Brent into letting me bring back a couple buckets to my shop, run them through my system and see if I can recover any gold out of the stuff. I do think once we get these buckets back up to the surface, we'll crush 5 or 10 pounds through Brent's little crusher, pan it out, see what we can find. But I'm hoping to have a second video in the series crushing up this ore at my place, smelting it down, and seeing if I can recover any gold. I'm pulling out some really, really good looking stuff. It's super oxidized. I think a lot of this rainbow stuff is probably old copper. It's just little quartz stringers in this oxidized zone. Super, super heavy oxidation. It's exactly what you'd be looking for. I've got about 1.5 buckets of it. I've been mining this little seam right here, right along here. It's super easy. It just drops out of there once you start picking on it. So I hope we're in a good spot. I was kind of thinking about coming over here too, where it gets all ravelly, but it looks a little too sketchy in here to start picking on the back. Brent's up the rat hole. I haven't heard from him, so hopefully he's doing good. So this is like the easiest hand mining I've ever done. The host rock, this limestone, which is altered now, is just so soft I can just pick away at it with my little rock hammer and expose the vein. But it looks like when this was emplaced, it altered the limestone on this side, but here it's really hard still. It breaks out of there pretty easy, but it's still competent limestone. But I mean, I could, like, literally with this thing, I've mined a couple buckets in 5 minutes. You don't even need to drill and blast. You can just hand work it. It's all broke up. There's some good looking stuff. So there we go. We'll fill up more buckets. More really good stuff. See the purples and the reds down here. There's a really cool little pocket right there. Some purple oxidation. Down in here we got some stuff. Yellows and greens and blues and oranges and reds. Even if there's no gold in it, it's still cool looking. Well, I think what we're seeing here is this vein is an old quartz vein that came in, full of sulfides, a lot of iron, obviously, because it's so red and rusty. But I'm talking a little bit out of school here, because in Washington we don't experience this because our mountains are so young and it's been glaciated. But I think we're in the oxide zone, and what that means is this mountain range has been here for a long time. It's been uplifted, and the groundwater has trickled through the mountain over hundreds or thousands of millions of years, and and has oxidized all of the sulfides that came in this vein. And what that does is it turns all the sulfides into oxide. So iron sulfide goes to iron oxide, copper sulfide goes to copper oxide, and that's why you get the azurites and the malachites and the iron rust staining. But the precious metals, the silver and the gold, won't come out of solution. They're not soluble. They don't oxidize or anything. So the hope is that there's a bunch of precious metals in there that now it's been all oxidized. Now that they're free mill essentially, and when we crush them up, we'll be able to see the gold. Well, Brent just tossed some stuff down to me that looks really good. All that malachite. And again, we're in that oxide zone where the copper is oxidized. And I think malachite's actually a carbonate. But it used to be a sulfide, and now it's transferred into a carbonate, so it's been weathered. And gold and copper tend to stick together. So this is really good stuff. Let's go up Brent's little rat hole here and see what he's up to. Okay, coming up. Oh, it's tight in here. Oh, you're way up there. Yeah, I'm surprised in that article they didn't talk about any of the other, I mean, other than the rust.
Right.
They didn't mention any copper or anything like that. Okay, I'm coming up to you.
Yep. I'm gonna stay still.
Okay. This is like 55 degrees or more up. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, all right.
With a heavy bucket, it was fun going down.
I bet.
Actually, can you grab that little poker stick that I had in the bucket?
Yeah. Oh, you've been knocking down a bunch of this
Oh, it's on the floor too, yeah.
dusty stuff. What do you got? Yeah, that's the stuff. Oh God. That's the stuff. Right there. Uh-oh, let me get on top. Yeah. How do I get up there? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I came from like right there. In this like clay stuff.
Oh, look at how red that is, or,
Yeah.
or orange.
And like when I'm going up, I see tons of old pickaxe marks in this clay. I don't know if it's just because I can't see it when it hits this, but there's all over this clay they have.
Yeah, I don't think this was mined with like dynamite.
Yeah,
Just hand cobbed,
crazy.
hand
Yeah.
chipped out of here. It's it's crazy. That's a really good piece.
Yeah.
I like that piece.
So it came out, all came out of this little pocket right here. And it was like in the clay.
So Brent's been working this kind of like clay seam. Yeah. And that's where you're pulling out that malachite?
Yeah, it came out of that pocket right there.
Okay.
A bunch of it.
And then all these, we were looking at like these pick marks. That's not you.
No.
That was somebody else.
Yeah, before me.
doing some.
And there's a bunch at the very end of the tunnel. They're all over the face of it. They're just
Scraping,
Yeah.
scraping. Yeah, I mean, this looks so good.
Yeah, there's another piece of the malachite.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks so good. All right, let's get these buckets
Yep, back to the hoist.
back to the hoist. We've got our 4 buckets. Brent got his from up that rat hole. I got a couple from here in my seam. I think it looks pretty good.
I like it, yeah. There's some cool stuff in here now. Hopefully there's some gold within all these 4 buckets.
Yeah, I hope so. My thought was, felt like maybe when they were doing their initial mining, they were just looking for silver, you know?
Yeah.
So they came through, they didn't even bother with stuff like this.
Yep.
And then maybe this little rat hole you climbed up was some guy that came back in the 30s or 40s or whatever and was like trying to find something.
Gold. Yeah.
But I was also thinking about when they were doing the silver, they weren't crushing it down. They were just like throwing chunks in the furnace, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they because with
There's no stamp mill or anything like that.
yeah, they weren't concentrating anything, so they would never have seen gold come out. They'd never even think about it. It'd just be gone in the waste. Like if they weren't processing, if this has gold
Right.
and no galena, they would have just tossed it.
Yeah,
It never would have gone in the furnace.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's why they missed the gold, is they weren't processing in a way that would have clued them into there was gold around.
Right. I guess if they were making tens of millions of dollars for silver every year, there was like good enough.
Who cares?
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that occurred to me is in the 1860s and 70s, they were only after the silver and they didn't care about anything else.
Right.
And then in the teens and 20s and 30s, it was like zinc boom.
Only zinc. Yeah.
And so they in the early days, they didn't care about zinc at all. And then there was this whole other economic, so maybe it'll be a gold mine next. Fingers crossed. All right, well, let's get back to the hoist and we'll get this stuff up.
1912.
We have an artifact, 1912, a newspaper. That is awesome.
Yeah.
We've just been walking over it.
Yeah, just stomping on it.
So that's from the zinc
Yeah,
era.
in zinc, when they started doing zinc.
Yeah.
Probably brought it down for their toilet paper or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But that shows they were kind of like reworking this level.
Yeah, they're poking around.
Yeah. We're going up.
Yes.
We're loaded. Buckets, bags, coats, hammers,
Gold.
gold. Up.
Yeah. We got some ore.
Nice.
We got a lot of ore.
A lot of ore. A lot of good looking stuff.
Oh, you guys did better than I did today.
All right. Perfect.
Perfect. We're going to test the crusher. Let's see if it goes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beauty. Woo. Beauty. Bigger one for the fit. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Hard. Water does not like that.
No.
Here's our pan of crushed down stuff. Now we'll pan it out and see if we get any gold. We don't have it crushed down fine enough, so maybe only 10% of the gold got liberated, because see how coarse it is? Because we just don't have the fine crushing ability here. But we probably liberated some, and so that's our goal, is to get down to the fines in the bottom. I'm gonna just scrape this off the top, because there's no gold. All the gold that's free mill has been shaken down to the bottom. So we'll work our way down and see if we get a little smile in the bottom of the pan here.
And if you can tell by the very low light out here, it's almost dark.
We gotta hurry up. Close to gold. If there's gold, we're getting close to it.
I like the look of what you have there with that very heavy irons. Very heavy irons in there.
And that fine white stuff.
Fine weight stuff again, yeah. Yeah,
silver-looking stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's actual native silver.
In that oxidized vein, it could be, huh?
I see one piece I like the looks of. It just climbed to the top.
Yep.
Boy.
I do see some silver that I like, silver color that I like. That would be worth sucking up and putting in a cupel.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of cupels. I don't have a snuffer bottle.
I've got a snuffer bottle in my backpack. Would you like it?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
And again, this is like, we maybe got 10% liberation with that crusher.
Absolutely.
So we are just looking for anything. If we
Yeah.
get anything, it's a success.
Yep.
If it fits, it ships. We'll see you guys back at my shop. My boxes have made it back to my shop. So stay tuned for video number 2, where I'm gonna crush these up, smelt them down, and see if I can find any gold in Brent's stuff.
So we just got the articles about the gold, and the first headline says, "Streets of Cerro Gordo paved with gold," as the headline. It says, "All of Cerro Gordo is excited and out at work on the dumps in front of the Union Mine. Our junior was shown a piece of gold, or rather a nugget, by Mr. Pritzler at Lone Pine that weighed 13 ounces, 2/3 of which were pure gold. Many other pieces were sent down as specimens worth from $50 to $80 a piece. This gold was thrown out with the refuse and casing in getting the silver ore. Everybody is immensely excited, and truly Cerro Gordo is paved with gold." And that article is from 1875. So if the pieces were worth like $80 in 1875.
Yeah, that's like 4 ounces.
But like 13 ounce, that's huge.
It's huge. It's a pound.
There's a second one, the Cerro Gordo gold find. Some 2 weeks since we made mention of a rather exciting discovery of the gold on the dumps of some silver lead mines at Cerro Gordo. Since then, we have seen a very fine specimen of about 3 ounces of weight, being quartz and gold in nearly equal proportions. It is found in quartz boulders of nearly uniform shape, but of all sizes. The boulders containing the gold are heavily coated with iron rust or something of that nature, so much so that no metal has been seen or suspected to exist in the quartz until some months ago, when some Mexicans working the lead mine by contract happened to break a rich piece exposing the gold. The discovery was kept a secret for a long time, it seems, at least so far as the owners of the mine, Belshaw & Co., were concerned. In that period, the Mexicans, it is said, managed to get away with about $3,000 of rich specimens. It was soon found that much of this quartz had been thrown out on the waste dump of this and other mines or tunnels by containing a silver deposit. Hence, these dumps are being picked through. Although it is rather remarkable to find rich nodules of gold quartz in a lead mine, it is quite likely that this gold quartz has therefore contributed much to the value of the lead bullion from the Cerro Gordo furnaces, and that it will continue to do so thereafter. That's 1875 too. So quartz boulders with iron on top.
Yep, that actually means a lot.
Okay.
That does.
It does, especially the fact that they couldn't see any metal in it.
Yeah.
So we did see quite a few up there that it was a very dark red, almost black rock, but wherever it's been rubbed by something, you can see it's quartz underneath.
Right.
Those would definitely be targets now.
Okay.
Metal detector.
And the detector, if it's talking pieces of ounces,
Yeah.
My detector will find that at 2 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll zing that thing like.
So maybe even that boulder we saw on the wash.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
cracking.
Yeah, I'm here for 3 days. I might do 3 days of metal detecting.
Yeah,
now I
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
And the way the material is coming off the hill, too.
Yeah.
If we find anything,
Yeah.
we can very quickly limit it to like a 30-degree angle going uphill.
Right.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to move sideways. It's only going to move down. So
Right.
if we find anything lower, we can start tracking it back up the hill easy.